Hi, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca Adams. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast, and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always. What I've learned from going on holiday. So I have recently been back to Egypt. We went for a week. It was absolutely fantastic. But I'm going to share with you on this episode things that I've learned while I was away. Okay, so take these as you will, write them down, see if they work for you as well. But it's just amazing how you can kind of switch off when you go away. So the first thing that jumps out at me, I remember I was lay on the beach and I was reading. And I just glanced up and paused for a moment with the little birds around because they build the nests in the umbrellas and things, and hearing the ocean and everything. I was just lay there, just taking in the moment. And do you know what came to my mind? I want more of this. Can you relate and resonate to that? You know, when you're on holiday and vacation, do you sit there and go, do you know what? This is the life. I could do this like all the time. But you know that there's a cut off. You've got to go back home. You've got to go back to work, maybe. You're back on the school run, things like that. But it just, in that moment, it was huge. And it's still huge, even though I've got home. Okay. So when I was lay there, I was reading a book. I just put the bookmark in and put it down and was just looking around. And I'm like, I want more of this. This is awesome. This is incredible. I love it. And, you know, it kind of what it does to your head, well, to my brain anyway, it makes me think of all the other things. So then my brain jumped into kind of, what can I create? Work mode, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what can I do in order to enhance my clients and receive more clients, be open, my arms are open and ready to receive, to give so much value so that people are buying more, audiences are coming into my world, things like that, and I'm enhancing their life, empowering them, inspiring them with what I create, which could be the guided journals I create, the programs and courses that people can sign up to and do in their own time and pay over time as well, and to really help them to change their life, i.e., you, hello, that you're listening. You know, and it really got me thinking into what needs to change in my business when I get back home. So now I'm back home in the UK. I am actually, over the next 2 months, if not longer, I'm going to be maneuvering things around. I'm going to be working on things behind the scenes. You're going to see a lot of different things happening, lots of different copy, lots of editing and tweaking and changing, lots of things that are going to be removed and, you know, all of that stuff, because I really want to experience more time that I can actually switch off, you know, and it's really nice when you are experiencing that from obviously working constantly and being on the go all the time, being at everyone's beck and call all the time, as in family, maybe you've got kids, maybe you're running around, maybe you yourself, you've got a job or you're running your own business that you're on the go constantly. And it's like, this is never ending. I need a break. I need a holiday, a vacation. I need to switch off. But then sometimes, and you may be in this small category of people, they can't switch off when they're away. And for me, what was interesting and what I've learned is that actually, yes, you can when you discipline yourself and train yourself to. So I even though I was lay on the beach, contemplating, reflecting, looking back at things, healing, I didn't write anything in my journal that I took with me. And like just a small notebook that I took away. Like if I get any business ideas, I'll write them down. If I, need to do anything, I will do that. And I actually didn't. And it was nice to actually switch off the brain in a way, because my brain is and does go, you can ask my friends, that it goes at 24/7, 365 constantly. Probably even when I'm asleep, it's on the go and everything else. So when I wake up, I've got business ideas and stuff. But it's like I always park the ideas, and it was really nice to actually switch off, even though I was then reflecting on everything, going, right, what do I need to do when I get back? And I gave myself, are you ready? So this is the other thing that I've learned. I gave myself a short window of time to allow myself to let everything flow through the brain. And then I was like, right, stop. I need to go into the ocean. I need to get my wet shoes on and go and do snorkeling. I need to do something, in order to switch the brain onto something else. Otherwise, it would have carried on going and going and going. You know what I mean? Another thing that I learned is that I love being, this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway, being in an environment without my kids or any kids. Does that make sense? So my kids are like 25 and 21 right now. Obviously, whether you know or not, I'm going to say my eldest, my son, has autism and everything that goes along with that. And I am fully with him constantly. So it's like, it was really nice to actually switch off and be me. And you may resonate and relate to this, in your job, you wear whatever title it is, you get done whatever jobs need doing, whatever tasks and projects need doing, and you slip into that persona, you slip into that identity. You may be married, you may be a mum or a dad yourself, you may be, the daughter or the son who is helping out the parent and things like that. You always wear identities, and you mold yourself into whichever identity you need to mold yourself into in that present moment in time. When you go on a holiday and vacation and it's just you, whether you're solo traveling or whether you're with a partner or something, it's like you're switching off from all of the other personas that you've left behind, like parenting, your job, your business, whatever it is, and you're just in that moment. Now, it's easier to do when you're solo traveling, because obviously there's only you, and then you actually spend time with yourself on your own. That can kind of be tricky for some people, but a lot of people are okay with being on their own, being in their own company, all of that. They don't get lonely and stuff. But even when I was away and I was with my boyfriend, yes, I'm his girlfriend. However, I didn't kind of make that the pinnacle. It was like, well, I'm here without the kids. I'm enjoying the holiday. I'm experiencing it with this amazing, incredible human being, who is my boyfriend. But I don't kind of, I didn't step into owning that as in, this is it, this is my persona for this holiday, blah, blah, blah. I was just Rebecca on the holiday. And it was really nice to experience that as well, and having the flexibility of switching between the persona of the girlfriend and actually being me. And what was really nice is that with my boyfriend, he allows me to just flow. He does that all the time anyway, but especially on holiday. So I'm very, very brand new at snorkeling. Okay. It took me a lot to get into the water last year when we went to Egypt, but this year I was much more confident. I enjoyed it more. Obviously, it's the first bit again of going under the water with your mask on, the eyes open, breathing through your mouth, because my default is breathe through the nose. So it was kind of, that was a little bit nervous, but as soon as I got into it again, it was easier. So it's really, really great. So the other thing that I've learned on holiday is the more that you do something, the better you get at it. whether personally, professionally, whether it's cooking, baking, driving, photography, business, any new skill set that you can learn that you enjoy. It's absolutely amazing and incredible to keep doing it, okay? And I've recently heard an interview with Jurgen Klopp, and he has said that the best piece of advice he would give to a parent would be that if their kid really loves football, is to play with the football as much as you can and as long as you can. And Jurgen Klopp to me is a legend. I support Liverpool Football Club. At the time of recording this, he has just left Liverpool. We're in 2024 as I record this. He's just left Liverpool. His last game was the 19th of May 2024. We won against Wolves, and it was a very emotional day for a lot of people. But that, what he said, was fantastic. So the more that you step into your skill set and really apply that, the better you'll become at it. And the snorkeling really, really did get easier this time. And it was like, yeah, this is amazing. This is incredible. And under the ocean is, under the top of the water, shall we say, it's a whole different world. So you see all the fish and all the seaweed and everything else that you see. It was just fantastic. And there are a few things of what I've learned while I was away on holiday. Not only do I want more of that, but also knowing that I need to change things with my business and my life and everything when I get back home, which I'm home now. And it was a wonderful chance to actually just really contemplate, really reflect, really pour into the healing, ground myself with my feet on the sand, go into the Red Sea and snorkel and just be present in the moment even more so, because I understand and know that we can all jump back into the so-called reality, and I'm doing the little speech thing, so-called reality of things, and let it be taken away like we're on a conveyor belt, and it's really great to actually slow down and experience life as is. So have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one.